Hello everyone, and welcome to the video demonstration on how to create the Cloud 9 baby washcloth. This pattern is simple enough for beginners, only consisting of a few stitches but giving a very beautiful delicate texture. I am using a cotton yarn in a medium weight to make these washcloths. The sample I use is I Love This Cotton in the color Dove is what we're going to make here together. The other colors I have listed in the pattern and links to that as well if you are interested. To make this pattern, you're going to need a G hook, a cotton yarn of your choice in a medium weight, a yarn needle for weaving in the ends, and a pair of scissors for trimming away any yarn ends. So let's go ahead and get started. To begin this pattern, make a slip knot and chain 25. You can easily adjust this pattern by simply making the foundation chain row in any number of chains to meet the desired width that you would like for this washcloth, and add on as many rows as needed to get the desired length. You will want to make sure when adjusting the pattern that you just end on an odd row. Okay, once you have chained 25, you're going to half double crochet in the third chain from the hook. So to half double crochet, yarn over your hook, insert it into that third chain from the hook, pull up a loop with your working yarn. You'll have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again with the working yarn and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. And we are going to half double crochet in each chain stitch to the end of our foundation chain row. So by the end of the foundation chain row, we will have a total of 23 half double crochets made. Okay, here's the last stitch for row 1. I'm going to chain 1 to turn. In row 2, in all even rows, will be worked like this. We are going to place 1 single crochet into the back loop only of each stitch. So here's your front loop. Here is your back loop. Don't get confused, because with half double crochets, you get what I refer to as a third loop, and you'll see it right along the front here. So front loop, back loop. Hook right up under the back loop, pull up the working yarn so that you have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both loops to create that single crochet. We're going to do that in each stitch to the end. So back loop, single crochets all the way to the end of the row, and that will be what we do on even rows of this pattern. It's very simple, it just repeats, but you'll see as you work along, since we're working in that back loop, it's going to push those other loops of the half double crochet forward, giving us that nice yet delicate texture for the baby washcloth. Okay, coming to the last stitch of the row here. I will say the last stitch of the row, at least for me, tends to be a little tight. So that stitch 23 is a little tight. If you have a hard time seeing it, go ahead and put a stitch marker into those, the first and last stitches of the row. That will help you. You're going to chain 1 to turn, and then we're back to an odd row. So row 3, odd rows are going to be half double crochet rows. So yarn over, insert it into the first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and through all 3 loops on the hook, and we're just going to place 1 half double crochet in each stitch to the end of the row. So repeating sequence, where the odd rows are going to be half double crochet rows and your even rows are going to be those back loop only single crochets. So let's go ahead and continue on. Make all the rows of the pattern. Just a quick reminder, you can find the printed pattern on my blog. and meet me back here at the end of row 19 and we'll begin the border. Okay, once you have completed the body of your washcloth, here's the front of it. You can see the textured rows. After row 19, the back side will be facing you. You're going to chain 1, which I've already done, at the end of row 19, and you're going to turn the washcloth so that you can just evenly work single crochets all the way around the body of the washcloth, placing 3 single crochets in each corner before you turn the work. Now, as you go along, just kind of eye it and place single crochets evenly. If you place too many, then your washcloth is going to kind of dimple on the sides. If you place too few, or pardon me, it'll kind of just ripple if you place too many. And if you place too few, it'll pull the work together, causing it to dimple. So just eye it as you go, placing 1 single crochet in the end of each row so that you get this nice, straight edge. And we'll do this all the way around. And then when we're finished with all of the single crochets around the body of our washcloth, we'll do 1 final stitch all the way around, which will be a half double crochet slip stitch to give the edge of our washcloth that pretty border. I personally think that the half double crochet slip stitch around the edge is similar to the crab stitch in crochet, but easier to make. So let's continue on and we'll meet back where we started to begin our half double crochet slip stitches and finish off this baby washcloth. Okay, I'm coming to the last stitches I should say, and placing those 3 single crochets in the corner. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the first single crochet made. So you can see the chain 1, we're going to skip that, slip stitch right into that first single crochet made, and then I am immediately, not chaining 1, I'm immediately going to place 1 half double crochet slip stitch into that next stitch. So let's review that again. Go ahead and yarn over, put it into the next stitch and pull up a loop. You have 3 on the hook. Then you're going to take that first one and go through the next 2. And that's a half double crochet slip stitch. So let's do that again. Yarn over, put it into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 3 on the hook, take that first loop on the hook through the next 2. And we're going to just continue that all the way around in each of those single crochets that we made already until we get back and make our last half double crochet slip stitch in the last single crochet made, and then we will just fasten off. So I'll turn this over so you can kind of see what it looks like so far. Got all of my single crochets made, and here is what those half double crochet slip stitches start to look like with that border all the way around. So let's go ahead and continue making 1 half double crochet slip stitch in each of those single crochets that we made around the washcloth. When I get back to the end, we'll meet back up and I will show you what my finished washcloth looks like. Okay, coming to the last few stitches here, finishing up our half double crochet slip stitches. That one got unwrapped. Let's do that again. And here is our last one right here. And then once I make that last half double crochet slip stitch, I'm going to fasten off. And here is what the border of that washcloth looks like all the way around. So now I'm just going to weave in my yarn tails on my washcloth, and it will be all finished.